What's going on, everyone? My name is Chris Chan, the founder and CEO of Active Age Daytime Senior Care, and this is the #1 channel for senior care entrepreneurs. So do us a favor, like, comment, subscribe, show some love. Today, we're going to talk about why you should sell your business.
I feel mad cool right now. I feel so good.
We got Dre in the house.
How you guys doing, man? Cool and Dre, what's up?
Dre, you look like you just sold your business.
That's what happened, man.
You look like
I made it.
You look like you just made it and you about to lay on the beach, man, and enjoy life, you know?
No, man, these shades got me feeling good, man.
Dude, I think they look better on you than me. I'm just saying.
I didn't want to say it, but I'm happy you did. You know?
So today we're talking about, why should you sell your business? What would be some reasons why that would make sense? And I think the biggest thing too, as a business owner and maybe someone that's, recently founded a business or founded a company, there's a sense of like pride of ownership where I don't want to sell my business. I want to leave it to my kids. I want to have it forever.
Yeah.
I want to pass it on. Like, sometimes that pride may get in the way or may cloud judgment in the future. Cause I know it did for me for a while, actually.
What, that for real?
Yeah. I mean, for those that maybe don't know, we recently sold our assisted living facility, and literally for 2 years, I struggled with, do I sell it or not? And in my head, I had convinced myself that I couldn't, that I would keep it no matter what, even if it lost money into the future, because it was something that was, meant so much to me. It was like where we started, this whole entrepreneurial journey, right? So for those that don't know, we lived in our assisted living facility for 3.5 years. Chelsea and I, we got married, literally came home from a honeymoon and honey, we're home.
That's an amazing story, man. That's amazing. Just to live there and then actually provide services there. That's crazy.
For 3.5 years, not just for a week, not for 3.5 weeks, but for 3.5 years.
How you did it, man?
I have no idea. I don't know how Chelsea did it. I don't know why she even said yes.
That's why I say that I understand why you have a big attachment to it.
Right. Well,
because
exactly.
you really was living there.
It was our first house. It was it was where Chelsea and I that was our first house together, essentially, in addition to being our first business together. So, and her name was on it.
That's a lot of attachments, man. That's a lot of
attachment. I couldn't let it go, So
what made you now want to let it go?
Well, so I think that's for me. And I guess what I'm trying to say too, for anyone out there, is there might come a time where you might have to make a very hard decision, and that it's going to affect a lot of people around you, and a lot of people that have believed in what you're doing, and people that are on your team because they believe in who you are and what you are trying to do. And so the hard part about that is you feel like a decision like this is letting them down. You feel like this is that you're going to let them down, right? This can weigh heavily on someone, and it can jade their ability to make a decision like this. Mm-hmm. And so what happened for me was we had started expanding into these other fields like adult daycare and home care, and what we realized that I had found this passion and this deep hunger for expanding our adult daycare centers. Well, that was going to require a lot of time, energy, effort, resources to pull off this dream I had for that particular side of the company. And suddenly, I faced this decision where I'm like, can I do all three of these very well? And I don't want to do something unless I know I can do it well.
Yes.
I don't want to half-ass something. I want people to experience our company and feel like, that was a great experience from the beginning to the end. I really enjoyed the way they handled us and the way they took care of us and the way they treated us. I want to make people feel special, right? And the idea of expanding our adult daycare centers and then, losing focus, losing touch with our assisted living facility and potentially losing that quality, losing what makes it special, that just ate me up inside,
I mean, but like you said, you got to make hard decisions. You did this because you wanted to focus on the adult daycare, right?
Right. And I felt like if I didn't do it, there's no way that we would be able to focus on the adult daycare and put all of our effort into expanding that. And I would be giving that a half-ass treatment,
Yeah.
So it's because I'd be split in all these two different directions.
Yeah.
And, so there was a combination of being stretched too thin not being able to focus on just one thing.
Yeah.
And there was a video I watched one time with Patrick Bet-David, I love this guy, man. I follow him religiously, and he had made a decision in his business earlier, right? So he's got this insurance agency, and he had decided earlier on that, because they were selling everything, so they were selling everything you could imagine on the insurance world. They were trying to sell financial financial services, insurance. They were exploring all these different types of insurance. Well, they narrowed it down to basically like life insurance. And he went real deep on like this one particular type of insurance. And so then they refined their sales process, and they refined their recruiting for it, and they refined all these systems. And then he blew up, and in 10 years he went from like basically working for himself with like just him as like the sole person to now like 15,000 agents across the country. And he said the reason why he was able to to expand so fast and so massively is because he narrowed his focus and focused on one thing, one part of the insurance. He wasn't trying to sell home insurance and auto insurance and this insurance and that insurance. He just went to like specifically to the life and disability insurance.
So exactly when is the time that you should sell your business in terms of like at what point?
So I think if you've fallen completely out of love with it, right? And you have no desire to do it anymore, and like just the idea of going to work every day is going to upset you or piss you off or make you unhappy, then it's time to get out. Okay. Like if you're going to be a disservice to the people who work for you or the people that have entrusted, or believe in you, like if you're going to be a disservice to them if you no longer are passionate about it, right? So that's number one. Okay. I think another thing would be like, have you maxed out that business's potential? Meaning, is there anything more that you can do to that business to make it better? Sometimes we thrive on making things better and improving things. Well, if you've improved it as much as you possibly can, and there is no potential for growth, then does it make sense to hold on to it? Gotcha. Or does it make sense to let someone else take it over and run with it and make it better and maybe grow that type of business or service?
Yeah, it'll be fair to the other people that they're putting more, interest, and not saying more interest, but just more effort towards it. So, and if you're not, might as well give it to somebody that will.
Right, exactly. Like I was done with growing assisted living, right?
Yeah.
So that building itself, it's going to be just it. Yeah. It's going to still remain the same size. Yeah. And we've done pretty much everything to it. There wasn't anything left besides the kitchen and a little bit in the backyard. Other than that, the entire thing was completely renovated. All my projects were, all my ideas and dreams, whatever, we had completed them. So it's at the point where it's I can't make that any better unless we expand and open up more assisted living facilities. But I can't, right? I don't have time to. So so it's it was maxed out for me for what I could do with it. So that might be, another thing might be reallocating your resources, whether that's time or money or even other individuals on your team. Reallocating those resources and putting them towards something that you're trying to do.
Does it matter who you sell it to?
To me, it did.
Why?
I wanted to leave it with someone that I knew would continue to take care of our residents and our team in a way like where I knew they were going to be focused on it. They were going to be passionate about it. They were going to be really trying to make it better. That was something that was important to me, because I couldn't imagine just selling it to just anybody, someone that was just going to just completely screw it all up, especially because the relationship I have with those families to me is so important. And what I feel like they made a decision because of what we created for them. And it just killed me inside to think that maybe they might have a change of heart or a change of mind, or they may not receive the same level of service that I had originally offered to them. So that was huge for me.
Yeah. And how about how do you think your former employees feel that's at the assisted living?
I don't know. I think it's tough.
That's tough.
There's mixed emotions. I think there's some people that are probably that I know that are upset with me. Yeah. And there's some people that feel like I have abandoned them. And the hard part is it's hard because that stuff weighs on me, man. That's the part that honestly that's the part that I dreaded the most. Truthfully, because I really care about every single person there. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so, my hope was and continues to be is that the person that took over, they have plans to expand and they have plans to grow, and they have plans to open up more residential assisted living facilities. And in my mind, that's what I had been telling our team all this time, is that we were going to do this.
Yes.
So being able to like find someone that's what they wanted to do, that's the passion like that they had and that they wanted to pursue. To me, that's what was so exciting about it. That's what I was hoping, our team would see in that, is that there's more opportunity here. Because, I'm pretty sure they could see that my time, my energy, and my efforts were continuing to be put into the adult daycare center, So I think there's just mixed emotions there. I think there's some people that are excited about what the future holds for them, the ability to grow and expand and kind of be a part of this larger, residential assisted living team. There's some people that like feel like I have abandoned them and and stuff. And there's some people that probably they don't know what to think, But at the end of the day, like I know deep down, I care about every single one of those people, and that decision to go forward with this affected me deeply, and it held me from making this decision for 2.5 years.
So the process kind of was holding, or was in a kind of like in a halt because
because of like the people that believed in me there.
Yeah.
And because of like my like pride of like I'm going to do this for them someday. I'm going to grow that side of the business someday.
Yeah.
I did not make the decision.
Fulfill the
like I knew I was facing these issues. Like I can't do all three of our companies all at the same level of intensity or intentionality that I needed like to do this a while ago, so I could focus more clearly on just one thing. But it took me a long time to get to the point and build up the courage inside to make a hard decision like that. Because to me, that wasn't an easy decision.
No, that's not.
I for 2.5 years I wrestled. I'm like, nah, I can't do that. No, like the idea would come in my head. No, I can't do that. I can't. And it was a lot because how's this going to affect the team? How's this going to affect our residents? How's this going to affect the dynamics? Like how, these people that believed in me, they're going to feel all these things. And like, that's what the part that like, it was killing me inside,
Understood, man. Just one more question. Now that the whole process is over, like overall, how do you feel? Like, I know you said that you feel a certain way this way. I don't know if it's bittersweet, but how do you overall feel like after selling something? Because, some people might have seller remorse and all that stuff like that.
Well, I think for me, the sales process itself was actually one of the most time consuming things that I had to go through this year. So meaning like just the whole process of like putting something like that up for sale, then entertaining buyers, and then going through like the letter of intent, and then going through the contract negotiations, and then going through the bank financing, and then going through the state licensing, and all of this stuff completely out of your control.
You just gave me a headache, man. I'm like, what kind of process?
It was 7 months.
Golly.
7 months. And the hardest part about the whole thing, is I'm sitting here doing all this in secrecy.
That's crazy.
Like because I can't tell my team this, right? Meaning it would not be fair to them to sit in uncertainty for 7 months.
Yeah.
Because I did it for 7 months, and I would never want to put that level of uncertainty on people.
Facts.
About their job, about their livelihood. Unless I knew for certain what we were doing, I didn't want to tell anybody. I couldn't. It just wouldn't be the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And regardless of how people feel about that, like at the end of the day, it just wouldn't be the right thing to do, because it would just create panic, and it would create undue stress, and it would cause, it would just create an environment that would not be healthy for our team or our residents. And at the end of the day, we have to remember that this is our residents' home.
Yeah.
Right? This isn't my house.
No.
This is like, we have 12 people that rely on our team there on a daily basis, and this is their home.
Yeah.
So now I'm doing all of this, and I need to know for certain who this person is going to be that's going to be the buyer. But the hard part about the whole thing is just going through this sales process. That itself was what was difficult, and having to face the team for the first time and let them know what we were doing. That was difficult.
That's dreadful. Definitely.
Like that's the part about it that really is tough. That's the part about it that it sucks and it's really hard. But then on the other hand, there's the part about it that's like, now we have time and the resources to pursue this future dream, this idea, this vision that we have for the future of adult daycare, now we can take all of that and go all in on that.
All in.
You know? And not look back and just focus on one thing. Put all of our energy and our effort into the future of adult daycare.
I'm with you, man.
You know, and that's what I'm super excited about. I'm excited to go through our rebranding. I'm excited to launch our franchise and actually start onboarding new franchisees. I'm excited to like see this brand grow and help people across the entire country this experience that they get at our adult daycare. I mean, like, dude, like it's insane. Like the way this has an effect on people is just mind blowing.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait to share that with the rest of the world.
Got it, man.
Yeah, I think you just have to ask yourself, like, hey, if I'm gonna, why should I sell my business? Like, am I not passionate about it anymore? Am I spread too thin? Do I need to reallocate my resources? Is there a new opportunity? Not just a new shiny object, but like a new opportunity that you're going all in on that is maybe started out as a side hustle and now is a primary focus? Or is your current business, is it maxed out? Is there anything else that you can do with it, or is it maxed out where you know that, hey, this is the best I'm gonna be able to make it, And does it make sense to go ahead and move forward with that? That being said, guys, thank you all so much for joining us on the #1 channel for senior care entrepreneurs. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And if you'd like to learn more about opening up your own adult daycare, go to adcpro.com. We'll see you on the next one. Get back to work. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you'd like to learn how to open your own adult daycare center, go to adcpro.com. If you'd like the latest business tips, click here. And make sure you subscribe to our channel. Click here. We'll see you guys next time.